Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. How are you? Okay, so this is the time that we discuss how to create a menu interface. Since we have done a lot to develop a system and increase the learning of our viewers, so step by step, if we can do a quick recap, let's open our previous session, that is this one, 49 session. So in which we use this login prompt, and here we enter the property MJ123. Okay, uh, yeah. So let's see that we go to the viewport, and this is where we write the code that execute whenever the workbook is open. So it showed the login prompt, and you logged in, and the user is logged in and can do the next. And now one question might arise, that how did we do this passwords thing, that when the user enters on this password, so the characters are not appearing, whereas here so what is the property which is set for it. So all you need to do is click on here. I show you, and you press F4 to go to property, and in here you have so go to alphabetic sequence, and then here is the password character, whatever the password character. Some people use X, for example, as a password for okay. So we are using here the status as a password character. So what would happen, that whatever is being typed, it is going to be camouflaged behind this password character status. Okay, so this is how we did. And next is let's get back to the code, right? And the learning so far, that the user interface was done, is made, and we have the authorization matrix has been created, right? The users can log in with their own passwords, and then their privileges are mentioned to the objects of the system. You can increase the objects and decrease automatically if you enter a new sheet, or say we want to add an interface, a menu to appear all the time when the system is loaded. So you want the menu to appear, right? So let's create the menu. So you can insert a sheet, doing it right click and go to the insert, and insert a worksheet, and in the worksheet you write, this is my interface, for example, interface, right? And then here you are going to add, for example, some shapes, for example, uh, add a text box, as a symbol, or you can add the shapes as well, right? So you can insert the shapes, you can insert a diagram, you can take any text box to work as a, say, for example, this. Okay, this is for example, data entry or product entry, or enter master data. Enter master data is the first option, maybe because in which you will enter the employee data, you will enter the product data, you will enter what else, the supplier data, the customer data, etc. So these all are the master data, whereas the other form of data are what, the transaction data. Let's enter the transaction data, for example. We say enter transaction. So these are the transaction data, right? So these are such, you can make the interface like this, and then attach it with some macro by right clicking it in it, and then assign a macro and make a new macro in this workbook. And in this workbook, you make a new click, and then you say that master data, for example, here this is you have created a new interface, a new option. This is the code here. You can write that this is MSP box to appear, and saying that welcome to. So this is the master data entry. Okay. So what would happen then whenever you click in here, whatever have you written, it's going to execute it. Okay. So you go back again, you make the editing, you make the master data, right? You make the changes and do whatever other thing, and then you will add the username and date and etc. So you can do a lot of things in the message box as well. Okay, so let's execute it. Yeah, this is the master data. So this is the transaction data. So we do this like this, like that, and here we will assign it. Right, we create a new one. Fair enough, and we copy this command. We paste it here, and here it is the transaction data entry. Data entry and F. So when you click here, it is going to execute whatever has been instructed in there. The instructions will be followed. For the moment, there's only a message box statement. So this how you can integrate. So if you want this to be allocated to certain user, for example, then you would like the authorization matrix refresh so that it becomes a part of your system. You see, the interface is supposed to be entered into this list of well, so QRS. So why is it not entering? Let's find it out. So we will edit it. This book we will do the edit. Oh, it is here, right? Where button to click. Button to click. Okay. So this is where it is being performed. So let's find out that what made it not entering the object in here, since we have inserted index, right? So let's click in here. It is going to stop it. Now we are going to figure out what's happening. So we press F8, F8. So LR is less than 5, is greater than 5. That's fine for each. Yeah. For each sheet in these sheets, this has to be done. Fair enough. And it is going to add this one. Okay. So let's this is where it is trying to add the names of the objects into this table, right? So we are going to stop at every sh command. Whenever the column is added, okay, for each sh. So let's start, and this is the first column, and the sheet name is which it is going. So we are going to look at what sheet is being evaluated here, right? So we will put a right click in here. We will do right click and add watch to the sheet name, sh.name, not name, it is sh.name. Okay, we add it. So this is add. Okay, we are not interested in and we are interested in the third one, right? So let's play it again. Now it is index, fair enough, right? Now the third one, the index is added. Now it is proceeding to the sheet which we are querying. So it is checking if the active cell is equal to sheet name, right? Okay, which is index. Now F8. Now the next sheet, okay, it is still index name, and then it is going to, okay, it is going to perform until it reaches to the blank okay. Okay, so when as soon as it is entered, it will get out from this loop, right? So since it is working, it is evaluating index. Index is not to be entered. Index is already entered, so it will just leave the loop, right? It has left the loop without doing anything. Okay, now it is proceeding to see the thing which we are targeting, the interface which we have recently added. Okay, so let's do it. F8, F8, F8. Now it is evaluating if the index is coming. So the means the interface is appearing or not in the sheet. If it is not, then it is going to come here. Now this is the 12th row. This is the 12th column to be added. Since it is blank, so it is going to insert a column, right? F8. Yeah, it is going to insert the column. Now the column is being inserted, the entire column, and the sheet name interface is going to be written, right? So let's click in here. So it has done the job. So we have to see that why it was not coming. So it has already come, right? That's right. So we have to figure out that what went wrong in the first step when we removed it. So this is the right place. It is doing right. Maybe we could not press it correctly. Maybe we will figure it out. So, but such things are very serious to be paid attention to. If something is not working as per expectation, you are supposed to investigate until you find it. Otherwise, without investigating, you proceed, you will get more and more problems in the functioning of the system. So let's remove this column, right, and redo it to see if it is executed or not, right? It means it is doing as per expectation or not. So let's go back. Yes, it is added. Yes, right. So we want everyone to enjoy this privilege of interface. We put it, and then we will save this thing, and so that if some other user uses it, so you should be able to see the interface, right? So what we do, we save the file, we go to the view code, and we run this thing again as if the file is open, right? It is as soon as the file opens, it comes up with this. Let's check the Riaz. Is he able to see the interface or not? Riaz 123 is the password. Okay, yeah, interfaces there, right? So he's able not only to see but to run the interfaces as well. Okay, that's right. So let's go back before and run it for admin or AMJ. With the full privileges is with AMJ. So we the AMJ 123. This is the password. I click it, and it makes available all the objects of the system. Since AMJ is enjoying all the privileges, so in the admin, yeah, you have everything allowed. Every object is allowed to be, and the interface is within, and you can run it and run all these options. Okay, so this is how we make the interface. So the interface has to be very professional one, a useful one. So we close this and we show you how we are going to make it. Right? Let's close it. Yeah. We don't save it, for example. Yeah, we don't save it. Okay. So this is our today's topic, the creation of interface. We add a sheet, then give it a name, and we use some buttons and name them in, and then we make this interface available to all the users, okay, and we save it. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will further make the enhancement in the system in upcoming videos. Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. So in this session, we are planning to introduce you how to create a menu interface, right? So our today's lesson. It is 50th lesson. So creating a menu interface. It's a common sheet which every user should be given as a startup menu. So we make a sheet for it, right? And this year we give it a name, insert insert a sheet and give it a name, right? And then plot some buttons like this. You can insert shapes and other means symbols can be used, a text box, or we can use any sort of objects, and then attach it to the macro filter, right? So if you inserted it, and then in the developers tab, yeah, you can change, you can come to the design mode, so that when you double click it, this way you can enable the design code so that you can make changes, and you can view the code of it, right? You can add a code in it. For example, you write MSB box, whatever the instruction you are going to write, these are going to be executed as soon as you click on it. Okay, so let's say this is a employee master to be displayed, for example. Sorry, employee master entry. So data entry. Yeah, employee master data entry, and then you close the quote and write. Okay, so when you click on it, it will not execute unless you go to the develop code and remove this, right? So that now whatever as soon as you click it, whatever is written, yeah, by master. If you want to make the correction and what you have written, you have to go to developer code, just bring it in this form in which you can make editing. So in here you go and to the view code, and here you write employee master data entry. Okay. Similarly, if you want to do this for another, this is product master data entry. Okay, you will write view code. You will go to the view code, and you copy it like this, and this will be product master data entry. Okay, uh, this is supplier master. Go to the viewport, put control V here, and use a supplier master data entry. So instead of this message, there can be whole series of the program or code or an object, the programming sub or subroutine can be addressed here, or call a function, whatever. So this is going to be executed when you click it, when you click this button, right? So this is the supplier matrix, right? If you click it, it's not executing, means you are in a design mode. So you have to exit from the design mode, and then you can click on it. Yeah, it is going to execute supplier master data entry, right? So this is how you make a common interface, and then if you have the admin privileges, as AMJ has already got, so it should appear in here with one edit. Okay, so and this should be given to all the users so that everyone enjoys this privileges. Everyone can have the access to the interface, right? So this is how. So in case you have just added a sheet interface and you have not inserted it, I have deleted it, as if you have not yet inserted it into the table. So but you have inserted the sheet and arrange the buttons and written the code. Now to make it available, you have to click in here, and if you enter it, and you will see that interface will appear here with no permission to anybody. So let's make this available to all the users, and this is how you say. Now, just to test it, whether all the other users, including the AMJ, have got the access to the interface, what we will do, we will go to run it. Either we close this file and reopen it, or while it is already open, you can go to the viewport. In the viewport, you have this object, this open, and run it. Okay, so this is going to say, just check Gulzar. Yeah, password is Gulzar123. You say login. So it is going to have all the things which is, and the interface. Yeah, you can go to employee master. You can do the data entry for the product master. You can do the data entry for the supplier master, right? This is how you are using it to display the interface for all the users. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next video, we will further make the enhancement change.